take the time. It's 8:13. Brad, coming to you, brother.
Wow, so I'm like sitting here around this big whole monster pile of yarn. It was a sweater a minute ago, and this little thread was pulling there, and I just kind of kept pulling and pulling, pulling, and it has come completely apart. So I'm going to tell you what this sweater looked like for me when this conversation started, and hopefully you guys can help me put it back together as we go through more conversations around this. It's going to start where Sid was talking about earlier. Man, I love that whole shark analogy, and we're in their living room. But even before that, Sid, where you were talking about be that now. Who are you going to be now? And then, Jen was telling the story that we got to take care of ourselves first and ask compassionate questions of ourselves. And so all that is around who are we right now? We're in an economy, a tough economy, and my this year started out for me, the message I heard was we just got to do more. Do more. We got to be more. We got to really be our best us. And here's the question I'm going to lay out as we keep talking about these other topics. What more has anyone really done? And I'm saying this because as I coach a lot of people, yeah, we got to do more. We got to do more. And it's like, okay, tell me what more you've done. Everybody's just doing more of the same thing. They're not doing more. And yesterday was a success panel. Three very successful people in our real estate agents in our local community know them all really well, and they put them up on a panel and asked them questions like, what's your morning routine, what's this, what's that. But the gal is a masterful coach that was interviewing them, and she literally caught them on the spot. And she's like, in lead generation, for example, which everybody needs to lead generate. You got, if you want to take a stand and be more against sex trafficking, you got to lead generate every day and find a group of people that are going to stand up and go with you and do this with you and support you. And I mean, like Victoria said, if you're not called to do that, but it's passionate in you, how can you do more? Who would you give funds to? Who would you give time to help? And she flat out called them out. She's like, what's your lead generation like? And they would talk about, oh, 2-3 hours in the morning, I do lead generation. He goes, so what percentage of that is actually the phone off the hook talking to people? And they were like, oh, well, it's more like 80%. And then she would ask it again. 80%, really? So out of 2 hours, well, okay, if I have to be totally honest, or if I'm not going to lie, it's 60%. I wish she would have gone one more, because it's probably 40% or 20%. So, you know, Bridget, I love this, because we are all going around dropping off our freaking raccoon on somebody else's 120 acres, dropping off your issues in someone else's yard. And what I see leaders do in this industry is they're like, oh, my people suck. They won't lead generate 2, 3, 4 hours a day. They're worthless. They're not coming into the office and calling for 4 hours. It's like, dude, when did you call for 4 hours? When have I ever even seen you call for an hour straight, right? And when leaders lead, when you leverage through people, they're not going to do the same exact thing that you're doing. They're going to do it at a lower level. So if you want to do it at the highest level possible to get them to do it twice as good as they're going to, which still won't be good enough, it won't be you. It's not their baby. It's not their passion. They like what you're doing and they want to go along for a ride, but they're not birthing this thing and making it happen. So what are you doing? You got to be that person, and you got to do more if you want them to do more. And I'm going to leave it with this. Jason is a perfect example. Dude, he's on a call and he's like, I won't be on the call tomorrow because I'm going covert. I can just picture it, man. Night goggles and an airplane, and they're jumping out the back and parachuting down into some freaking country to save a girl that they just found out where she is. Come on, that is more. I don't know how more that can get. Sid, I mean, running for president, Sid, dude, that is more. You're taking action and you're doing the things and you're living all that. So anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it. Like, what are we really doing more? And are we being that person, whatever it is that comes out of our mouth, whatever raccoon we drop off in somebody's yard, as soon as you set that raccoon down, what are you doing to help that raccoon and that issue and be more? So that's where I'm going to kind of throw this in the middle of the conversation and see how we roll out the rest of the morning.
I love it. Be more. Where can you be more? Because we can all do a little bit more. And that's the important thing to point out here. Everybody could be doing a little bit more. And whatever it is that inspires you, motivates you, lights your fire, whatever you're passionate about, we can all be doing a little bit more. There's always another level. So thanks, Brad. Appreciate it. And I didn't get to point that out, but I did love that analogy, man. We are forever going around dropping raccoons or dropping our crap on somebody else's lawn. Man, that is so good. That was so good, Bridget.